So today's shoot, outdoor. I'm using the body cam on my chest, so you know how this is going to go. But I started off with the 50 Apo on the Leica M11P. No flash, no anything, just straight photos. I added some shadow into her face to piss some of you off. Anyway, and then I switched to the 35 Nocton 1.2 Voigtlander version 3. God, these names are so long. Anyway, let's get into the shoot, see how we did. It was so much fun shooting outside with just the camera. And this, I know I'm not, this is the Oberwurth bag. I don't know which one this is. I'll tell you in the thing. But when I got this, I was just like, I love this bag so much. Now, I like my smaller Oberwurth bag, the black one. This is black too, but it's like that shinier material. This has that soft kind of leather. Oh my God, I love this bag so much. It is gorgeous. The interior of it, I'm not going to go over every little thing, but this is so well made and so much fun to use. And I just think it's going to get better looking with age. I really love this bag. I just had to add that in there because I love this bag. Anyway, let's get to the shoot. Thanks for watching as always. So this shoot was on a Sunday morning. We figured, we'll do it on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. There wouldn't be many people on the street and it would be cooler. There wasn't many people on the street, but it definitely wasn't cooler. I couldn't believe when we both got out of the car. We got out of the car at 9:45 and it was just like hit us. It was so hot. Anyway, this is my form of street photography. This is, in essence, it's a brand shoot, but we figured, we'll have fun and do a couple outfits while we're out here. Might as well get some stuff for ourselves, be able to do a video and then get the brand shots as well. I'm using the Leica. Thank God, I love this camera so much. And literally, I have the camera, the 50mm Apo, the 35mm Noctilux, and the bag, and that's it. And God, I can't believe she fit through that slot. Here's me thinking, should I try to fit through that slot and get embarrassed if I get stuck? Or would it be less embarrassing if I said, I can't fit through there, I'm going to walk around? I chose walking around. Anyway, so I figured, let's just enjoy the shoot, get a whole bunch of stuff for ourselves, and get the brand stuff as well. Now, I chose the M11 because it's the first time I'm working with a brand. I really don't know what their end product's going to be. So, better safe than sorry. And God, I love shooting with this camera, so I don't care. This is the other thing I really want to get through to people. I did a brand shoot out in California not too long ago, and someone made a comment like, shadowing on the face is so amateurish. A real professional would never do that. Not to correct you, but you're so off base. Embrace shadows, embrace the sunlight. This is what we see as humans every day. There's shadows in life. Everything is not perfectly clean and smooth and flat. Embrace it and enjoy it. For me, it's simple. I did what the brand told me to do. I shot the way I shoot, and they handed me a check. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so, work with shadows, play with them. This here, this to me is flat lighting. It's boring. There's nothing exciting about this image. She's standing between two pillars, and it's like, that's boring to me. There's no shadow. There's no depth. It's just blah. How could you fix this, even if it is flat lighting? Because there's nothing wrong with, even lighting. Don't get me wrong. I like, soft lighting every once in a while. But I gravitate to hard lighting because I like texture and depth. So me, I'm just going to go on the side of the pillars here and try to use the pillars for the depth. It's still flat lighting, but I have depth with the pillars. It works for me. But just don't ignore hard lighting and natural lighting and sunlight. Use it to your advantage. It's just good light. Anyway, being able to walk around and do a whole bunch of stuff for ourselves is a lot of fun. And this is a small little city, so there's not a lot of people here. During the busy hours, it does get busy and there's a lot of people around, but there's very little to worry about. It's safe to walk around. I'm not, stressed out about walking around with the camera because it is, it is a small city. Now, I let her pick different locations, and, we just walked everywhere. And if we saw a spot she liked, we used it. It was fun that way. Giving her some, artistic input into the shoot. It creates stuff that you wouldn't think of. It may not be perfect all the time, but it doesn't matter. She gets some of the shots she likes, some of the locations she likes. That's that Oberwerth bag. Oh my God, I love that bag so much. Honestly, I know Oberwerth are expensive. And it's funny to me, I always used to make fun of the women that bought these expensive bags. I'm thinking, why do you need this expensive bag? And then I get hooked on these beautiful bags, and I'm like, oh God, now I understand. And I'm a little embarrassed about it. But anyway, depth, use depth as much as you can. Like if I just blurred that out with a 1.2 lens, it would be so boring. You wouldn't be able to see what's in the background or see the depth, and use depth, stop down a little bit, take advantage of this stuff. Blur isn't the whole thing in life. Bokeh, smooth, buttery, blah. It's like, take advantage of your environment and show it in your images. You may appreciate it. Again, this is turning out to be more of a podcast than anything, because there's only so much you could say through this. As we're walking through, I'm looking for sunlight more than shadows, or even lighting. But some of the places that we walked through, I had to deal with what I had to deal with. I just used what I had, and I created depth with whatever was in the environment. And when I didn't, you can really see it. You can say, okay, that image is pouring. I always use this wall every time I come to this area. For some reason, I just love this big green wall. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's just no. And if you put that through post-production, you can create some really cool looks with that. But here I am just throwing this out there. That mirror up there, I always see that mirror, and I always think to myself, next time I go to this area, I'm going to try to take advantage of that mirror, and I never use it and haven't used it yet. Anyway, this is, again, sunlight. Get in that sunlight and use it. And then I'm going back to the boring stuff. But I have hair light, and it's just a little pop on her face, so this is not bad at all. But as soon as she tilts her head down, I'm losing more of that sunlight in the face that I would want. I love the sunlight. So please go out and try this. Honestly, just leave your flashes at home, and take advantage of the sunlight. Now, this for me was like, hey, let's go shoot in the coffee shop. Actually, I just wanted a coffee, to be honest. But I figured, okay, we'll get some shots in here. I'll have an excuse to sit down and have some coffee. And I actually got a latte. They call it a breakfast latte, which was a latte with cinnamon on it. A little too sweet for me, but it actually was pretty good. With the cinnamon, I would definitely buy one of those again, and just ask for it less sweet. That has nothing to do with photography. I apologize. And I actually talked about coffee in one of my videos. I really apologize. Anyway, we're shooting, obviously natural light in here, and I'm shooting at ISO 4000, I think it was in here. And it just doesn't even bother me. I don't even think about it anymore. Before, I would just be going nuts over ISO 4000 or 6400. And I'm at that point now where I'm like, I really don't care. I love the image. I'm not pixel peeping on this stuff. It just works. They are pineapple, I guess, freeze-dried or dehydrated. Oh my God, they were good. I am so sorry about this video and talking about food and coffee. I'm going to try to stop doing that. Anyway, this was a fun little shoot inside here. There was I love the couch. She picked the couch, and then we tried different locations in here, and they just fell flat for me. Like this green wall, for her, I think it would be great for Instagram and stuff like that. For me, it's like, oh my God, that light switch on the wall drove me nuts. So, the next shot, I'm thinking, okay, well, there it is. I'm going to remove the light switch. Now, it doesn't bother me as much, but I hate this because it's fake. It's a light switch, so it's not that bad, but still, I removed something, and it kind of drives me crazy. And I did a couple other ones, like on those stairs that I shot earlier in this video. There was a big white sign behind her, and I took it out because it was just annoying to me. But I hate doing that. But sometimes you really don't have a choice, so just suck it up and remove it. Anyway, this is the last couple of shots in the coffee shop because I'm almost done with my coffee. And ironically, I'm like, oh, this is enough in here. Well, my coffee's not. Of course it is. I'm just switching to spot metering now, or actually center weighted metering, because I was, popping off too much, and I really had nothing to meter down to. So I just switched to center weighted metering, and it worked out pretty well for this shot. Anyway, back outdoors. She really wanted to get up on one of the fire escapes, but this is a commercial building, and I'd rather throw caution to the wind and not do that just in case. I've been arrested a few times in locations that I shouldn't have been in. Nothing major, but, trespassing kind of stuff. So be cautious with that. It was when I was younger, we just didn't care. We went anywhere we wanted to, which is not a good concept to have, especially with photography. Anyway, this is another brand shirt that we have to do, and obviously this is for her. This is not going to work for the brand. You got to twist it. You got to see the shirt. That's the same the typical stuff. But I'm only showing you a couple of these, and then because it's brands, and I don't want to reveal the stuff before they reveal it. Anyway, that's the shoot. It was a lot of fun to me. I really enjoyed just walking around on a Sunday morning and shooting, and then getting paid for it in the end. So thanks for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed.